let's do this. Fashion trends for spring-summer 2022. Inflation has hit everything hard, and high-end fashion is no exception. Expect to be paying more for less. Literally, this fashion trend is cutouts, just giant gaping holes in your garments. Great for those hot, sweaty days where you really need to have that extra ventilation, or for showing off your non existent guns because you have been paying for the gym membership, but no one's seen you there. Also, expect to be paying the same price as you would for their completed counterparts. You're pretty much paying more for the name rather than the material, and yeah, you're just going to have to deal with it. There was some really cool distressing pieces though, and I feel like distressing and this giant hole trend are completely different. Distressing, in my opinion, I find to be more acceptable, more cool because I guess I like that aesthetic. The giant hole, I mean, this magnitude at this point feels like you're stealing part of my fabric and maybe using it for some type of upcycling piece you're doing down the line. But I'm paying full price for both pieces. Upcycling, I think, is amazing, and I myself participate in it. In fact, I have 3 denim pieces hanging up right now that I'm going to upcycle into a long coat. Really excited for that. Although my sewing skills could use some work. They could. But I'm still excited to see how that piece comes out. When I first saw this trend, I thought, you know what? Here is an organization stealing from another smaller creative. You have seen this trend before, and you have seen this look before. However, it was from a much smaller brand called Mean Girls. It was done a long time ago, but I'm sure you've seen it. This next trend is tiny bags. I am not sure if you can fit anything inside these bags. Maybe squeeze your phone in, unless you're into, feeding birds or squirrels at the park. Really, there's nothing going inside this bag. However, it is a nice accessory that kind of help fill out an outfit, and I do think that accessories make a very plain outfit an awesome, amazing outfit. So I'm all for more accessories, and seeing them making these tiny bags, which have always been in existence, but now they're just stylizing them for men. It's not like men haven't been using this before, but I am excited to see what artists do and how they approach this trend. But the functionality of it doesn't really exist. And I think this is an organic trend coming from accessories that guys like to have, like those crossbody bags, more utilitarian pockets. I've even seen some people still rocking those harness. But this year, it's tiny bags. Tiny bags to make your outfit look more sophisticated. Because less is more. Apparently that's the trend. Less is more. Less fabric, less storage space. We're going for a speed run. A speed run and gun. That was in English. A speed run. I think I was trying to say a speed run and gun build for whatever kind of game you're trying to play. Whatever it is. Another trend that's in this year for men's fashion is men's heels. I'm not talking about men wearing high heels. I'm talking about heels that are specifically designed for men, or high heels with a more masculine, I guess, approach to it. By masculine, I just mean like they're very heavy, very hardcore. You look like you're about to curve stomp. I don't know what, but either that or you're the lead singer in some very hardcore rock band. I have no idea. But I would say let this trend kind of pass and float on by just for the health benefits alone. I mean, heels are not great for your ankles, knees, hips, lower back. It's just not great all along. It's not great all around. Contrary to what Hollywood would have you believe, high heels do not make you faster, nor do they allow you to have the speed to outrun T-Rex. It just doesn't work like that. I would probably recommend just passing this one along. If you really want to get that extra height, platforms are great, or having those really thick sole sneakers or boots. I'm totally down for that because you're sitting on an even plane, like an even platform, if you will, versus these high heels. Although I think the weight would probably still hurt your back a little bit after a while, so don't skip lower back leg day. But my recommendation is probably allow this trend to go, and to even emphasize that frugal aesthetic is someone who I think has very experimental outfits, which are not even that experimental, but he does use a lot of statement pieces. And he has purchased a pair of these heels and has made several videos about him struggling to have the confidence to even walk outside. However, I do recommend it and do encourage people to have more experimental looks and just try things out. But try things out that you really think are going to look amazing and you're going to be able to pair to what you already have. If not, it's just going to sit there in your closet and you're going to stare at it, not knowing what to do with it, but you own it and it's just there and you really can't sell it, so you're stuck with it. But you're in that awkward place. So I recommend definitely just allowing this trend to float on by. Another look that's coming in this year that is continuing from the previous year but just going double down on it is men's skirts. And I mean all kinds of skirts. Long skirts, short skirts, skirts with shorts, skirts with pants. So if you want to have that, I go to school but have to go to soccer practice right after, but I can't get it on my uniform kind of look, they have you covered. I am totally on board with this look because I've designed a tactical skirt parka that will disassemble into a skirt, into a blanket, into a tent, different things like that. I'm really excited to be coming out with that and kind of introducing that. However, I also like the idea that it's functional. I mean, let's just be real. A skirt is nothing but a giant blanket that you wrap around your waist. It's what it is. It's comfortable, it's snuggy, it's cuddly. But it is a blanket wrapped around your waist. Either way, I'm really excited to see how people adapt this look going forward. I think there's some really cool ideas that you can do. And definitely if you're someone who's into that samurai aesthetic or even that kind of Celtic aesthetic, 'cause you can wear a kilt with it, you can probably find a lot of fun, creative ways to implement this look. 'Cause a lot of these are not new ideas, but they are coming at it with some more fresher takes. And I am hoping that a lot of these skirts have real, actual pockets. I mean, I recently designed a skirt that had like 19 pockets, and they're all hidden. You might think that's too many pockets, and I would agree, but it's still fun to have. So why not? I would love to see how people kind of utilize this trend and do different things with it. I think there's a lot of creativity that can kind of go into it. I think we're not even tapping the full potential of it, but I feel like the market is kind of dabbling in it. However, I definitely think that this is going to be a trend that's going to be here to stay for a while. Maybe not mainstream, but at least within fashion, easily adopted and something that men have already been doing. But it's going to be nice to see things that are more catered towards what most men are used to within their garments, like full-size pockets, more utility, different types of fabrics that just offer more functionality. So really excited to kind of see what we play around there. Also really playing around with like different fabrics, different looks, different layers, different sequences on that as well. But I think men could take some notes from women who are used to wearing skirts about the do's and don'ts, situations where you want to be aware of. So if you have any tips, please leave that in the comment section down below. Our next trend is leather, or as someone who I really was laughing and having a great time listening to talk about this, was pronouncing it as lizard, the lizard jacket, the lizard pants, the lizard skirts, lizard shorts, lizard tailored suit. I loved it. I loved it. I was laughing, but I still felt like guys' information was great. But leather skirts, leather jackets, leather hoodies, leather everything, really. I'm surprised I'm not seeing leather socks, which I would possibly buy. It just sounds sweaty. All of it sounds very sweaty because we're going into spring, summer. So seeing that, I'm just picturing us walking around in pools of our own sweat with these leather garments. But still, I like the material leather. I think it's really amazing. Obviously, leather jackets are awesome. Leather pants have kind of been in for a while. Interesting to see how people kind of utilize that fabric. It's not very breathable at all. So it's interesting to see it coming into a spring-summer collection. But with the way things have been going in Tennessee, how it's spring one day, winter the next, then spring again, then winter the next, and it's a snowstorm, but then all the snow melts within 24 hours. It's going to be interesting to see how people probably can utilize this look going forward. Now, if you're in more hotter climates like Florida, you only have one season to wear your leather garments, and that's probably winter. But during that time, the rest of us who are in a freezing tundra look at you with disdain. However, we smile because we also know that every single creature imaginable lives on that small little peninsula. And peninsula, here I am laughing at someone saying lizard instead of leathered, and I can't say peninsula. 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 Everyone living on that panhandle has to deal with things like alligators, and I am so glad I don't have to deal with alligators anymore. However, the rest of my family, I salute you. Now that I was talking about leather socks, what pairs great with leather socks when you're feeling extra sweaty? Sandals, which is also in trend this year, again, but I feel like sandals are always in trend. When are sandals not in trend? They're just easy, convenient, you slide them on, and you go. It's fantastic. However, we've all been seeing some different variations of sandals, like clogs, which I guess you can say are in their own category. They're closed-toed sandals. People love them. They're all over them. Crocs has them. UGG's been doing them forever. They're in style. And specifically are tailoring them and doing different outfits with them and kind of showing different ways of wearing them. But they're, again, in trend and people are doing different versions of them. So excited to see a more variety coming from sandals. If you like them, you get more of them, more options. Hey, I'm not mad at it. Still excited to see what it is. It's a way better investment than high heels. So I totally recommend it. So another color that seems to be in this year is the color green. Like all kinds of green. Well, I shouldn't say another color because the other color is technically pink, but I feel like pink has been in season for like ever. I don't know when it's not in season. People love the color pink. Like all colors pink, hot pink. I prefer something more like salmon pink or bubblegum pink. It's a lot of fun. I think those are really easy to pair with a lot of things. And I guess with my skin tone, it just pairs nicely. So I'm used to wearing salmon, bubblegum pink, just pink in general. However, emerald green and Kermit the Frog green are a bit of a stretch for me. I think I could definitely pull them off, but it's more about me questioning how often that would be in my rotation and whether or not that's a good investment piece. Like, I don't know. I think the pieces that I have that are green, I got them on a heavy discount and would normally never buy them full price because I wouldn't really utilize them. And the one piece that I have that I wear often that is green is like such a dark green that you could probably mistake it for being black. It's like a black green. It's super dark. However, I have seen some really cool pieces that come out utilizing this color scheme. Like Collegian's Letterman jacket is really cool. If you don't know about that brand, they're a small independent brand based out of LA, I believe. And they came out with a Letterman jacket this year that was utilizing that emerald kind of Kermit the Frog green. Another brand that utilized green was Reese Cooper. Reese Cooper had a green Letterman jacket, but I believe that came out last season. So I don't know if that still counts, but I am seeing people kind of bringing it back in. And I think that color has been in season has been a trend for the last 2 seasons. However, we're just recycling it and kind of bringing it back and utilizing it with other garments that we didn't see before. So if you're into that and you want more of that, there is a lot more to offer. However, it's just not for me personally, unless they can find a way that would work. But then that's the thing, I would have to find a way to make it work versus something that would naturally gravitate towards and want in my closet often. But who knows? Maybe if I see a couple pieces that I love, I'll definitely pick it up. Another trend that came in was Letterman jackets. I know I just talked about them with Collegian's Letterman jacket and Reese Cooper Letterman jacket. One of my favorite Letterman jackets is probably the Supreme Letterman jacket that had a cheerleader slam dunking her pom-poms. I believe she was slam dunking her pom-poms, or she was slam dunking the old school announcement speaker. Either way, I thought that jacket was awesome. I've seen a lot of great Letterman jackets. Letterman jackets are probably one of my favorite pieces and have designed some and look forward to coming out with those in the future. But really excited to kind of see how different brands kind of utilize this. This is probably one of my favorite garments, so I'm all for it. In fact, if I could, I'd probably have a whole collection of Letterman jackets in a variety of different colors because they are my go-to statement piece. And I do happen to like jackets more than any other piece. In fact, I probably collect jackets more often than any other piece. However, I don't know about all the colors of green. I personally don't enjoy them, but, well, I don't say that. I personally don't know how to stylize them and make them look, well, no, I shouldn't say that either. I'm on Letterman jackets. Excited to see what other brands do with Letterman jackets. I know that Louis Vuitton had a really amazing Letterman jacket that came out last season. But again, these were last season, and they're just continuing going on to spring, summer. I'm pretty sure you're going to get a lot of use out of these, even if you're not using them throughout all the spring, summer. Coming next season, I say you're probably going to find incredible usefulness for them. Some brands to look out for that I personally think do a great job with Letterman jackets are Mastermind Japan. I already named Supreme did a good one. Smaller brands too, like Collegium. Another small brand that did an amazing Letterman jacket was Haven Court. And that is done by Keezy, who's a YouTuber. It's out at Keezy TV. If you're familiar with him, he did, before that, a Japanese denim, workwear denim. That seemed to be really, really good. I haven't had it in hand. I haven't felt it. But just looking at the video and looking at the materials, you can kind of get a good understanding about how high quality this fabric is and the fabric that went into those pieces. So definitely go check out Haven Court's Letterman jacket. If I had the dispendable cash at hand, I would have totally bought a Letterman jacket from him. It was absolutely incredible. And if you didn't know about it, now you know. If you can get a hold of them, grab them. I think they're amazing. But definitely, I think you'll find a great Letterman jacket at a thrift store, spice it up a little bit, and you're good to go. I lucked out and kind of snagged one that I thought was incredible. It's 100% wool chest, and I think it was very thick leather sleeves, and that has been my go-to jacket throughout all of winter this year. And just pair that with a hoodie, and I'm set. So definitely, if you see a great one out there, go ahead and snag it up. This next trend is something that I've seen kind of for a while now. It's pearls and pearl everything. Pearl necklaces, rings, bracelets, earrings, even little cuffs, pins you can kind of place on random parts. Pins you can kind of put anywhere on the collar, all kinds of places. Pearls are just in season, and I'm very happy that I'm not the only one who appreciates the gem that is formed from oyster tears. Very excited. I have a pair of pearls myself that I plan on stringing into a necklace. If you guys are interested in seeing that and seeing how I create it, let me know down in the comment section below. But pearls are in, and I'm very happy to see how people stylize this accessory. I definitely think that pearls help build an outfit, and they're just another accessory that's a little bit different than what we normally see, especially in menswear. Besides gold, silver, Cuban chains, I like the fact that pearls are kind of being mixed into this, and I'm really excited to see what people do kind of in the future with stylizing this. I've already seen some people come up with some wild iterations of pearls, and would love to see more of it. This next trend is something I'm also really totally on board with. It is sleeveless anything, everything. Whatever had sleeves no longer has sleeves. Whether that's a long coat, remove the sleeves, a blazer, no sleeves, which is like a vest blazer, pretty much is. But sleeveless everything. And I actually have a sleeveless blazer, but have yet to wear it because my wife always wears it. In fact, she actually is the original owner of it, but since we're about the same height, I could totally pull it off. And she can totally pull off a lot of my garments. In fact, she's stolen my favorite leather jacket. My only really awesome leather jacket. It belongs to her now. She forever owns it. That's how it is with the majority of things that are really cool that also fit her really well. It's just no longer mine. It's now hers. But going back to the trend, sleeveless, whatever you can imagine, it's here. And it kind of falls in the same category as a distress item. Expect to pay the same amount of money you would pay for a full price version of it, but minus the sleeves. I hope the sleeveless got in there, the sleeveless trend. My video stopped recording right then and there, but I'm pretty sure I got most of it in there. But if not, if you're into showing off your guns or your water pistols, whatever you pack in, sleeveless trend got you covered. So I think a lot of these trends are just allowing us to explore different possibilities when it comes to our wardrobe and different ideas when it comes to style and how to make a piece. So I am happy to see more integration of different types of garments into these menwear collections. And I want to know what your opinion is. Are you totally down for all of these trends? Like, have you been secretly stockpiling your heels, giant hole shirts, sleeveless pearl outfits to look like your favorite JoJo character? Or are you more on the fence and saying, I'll probably stick to something a little bit more utilitarian that I can get a lot more from my rotation in, that I can see myself wearing for many years down the road? Something like a Letterman jacket that you feel is going to just be in your closet forever and come out on that rotation whenever because it's a classic. Either way, whether you're going to invest in some pieces or hop on them while they're in trend, let me know. But share your thoughts about these trends down in the comment section below. And for everything menswear related, keep it locked in right here. And remember, keep it creative. But that's it for this one. So for everything menswear related, keep it locked in here. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. And comment down below whatever your thoughts are. But for everything creative, what? Wow. Meow. Meow. Let's try that again. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like it, then be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Also, comment down below, hit the like button or the dislike button. Nobody will know if you hit the dislike button, but everybody will see if you hit the like button. So might as well hit the like button anyway. And for everything menswear related, keep it locked in here on Yarbrough Creative. And don't forget to always keep it creative. See you guys in the next one. Adeuces. Ooh. Kaboom. I really hope that this happens every video. All right. Zing zang. Oh, that did not feel comfortable saying. See y'all in the next one. Peace. 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 Relax. Money. All right, no more. I'm done.